That's your left ear.
Whoa, creepy.
Okay. And then we put your left ear in this little box.
Wow. Great.
Okay, so the scan on your left ear is complete. So now I can actually go over here and I can look at all angles. I see a little small piece of wax. No.
So if you've ever been to a concert before, you've probably seen these weird things in the performer's ears. They're called in-ear monitors. They're kind of like headphones, but they go all the way inside of the ear past the second fold. And they wear them so they can hear themselves clearly while performing in front of large audiences. Kind of weird and gross, but interesting. Now, why does this matter to me? I work in recording studios as an audio engineer, but I'm also a musician who performs in recording studios. So I've kind of always wondered if using in-ear monitors in the studio as a performer would also make sense. So earlier this year, my friend Peyton Hilliard from the band Leland connected me to Fur Audio. Fur Audio is a company that makes these in-ear monitors. Now, when I was talking to this company, Fur Audio, they were telling me a lot about how their in-ear monitors are the best, and they have all this technology that's safer and more effective for the ear overall, which is cool. But then I found out that John Mayer uses their in-ear monitors. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I love John Mayer. So then I became very interested. Oh, and by the way, some of the other artists that use their in-ear monitors include Post Malone, Luke Combs, and rumor has it another female artist that has a reputation for fearlessly selling out Ticketmaster. Corniest shit ever. So we decided to put this idea to the test, but on the terms that I get to bring you along for this journey and share this entire process step by step with you so you can get my perspective on it, see how it goes with me, and see if it's something that makes sense for you. Today's the day that I'm gonna go to the audiologist. I've never been to one before. This should be interesting. I honestly have no idea what we're gonna do. I guess get a mold of the ear or something. We'll find out. All right, here are the molds. This is the craziest, weirdest feeling. Today, I'm taking the ear molds to another guy, and I think we're gonna test out some different versions of fittings or something, styles and stuff. I don't know, we'll see.
Alexa, stop the music. So the audiologist did impressions of your ear and went past the second bend.
Okay.
And then that gets scanned here. What we're gonna do today is I'm gonna have you listen to 3 different models from their newer series, the Frontier series.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you which is which.
Okay, great.
You're not going to choose with your mind, you'll be choosing with your ears.
Yeah.
Of the 3 different models, we've had people pick the least expensive as their favorite.
Yeah.
And we've had people choose the most expensive. Yeah,
I'm
so
excited.
let me bring you over. Pick a hand. Okay. Wow.
Feels like a pretty easy decision to me.
Which one do you like best?
These.
Okay, that's the most expensive set. Which is fine. Because I'd say about
They sound amazing.
35 to 40% of the people choose that as the favorite.
Wow, this just like overall.
And about 20% choose the one that you rejected as their
Yeah.
favorite. But a lot of people love that one best,
Yeah.
too.
These are like fairly close. This just felt a little nicer in the top end.
It has an electrostatic tweeter
Okay.
on that one. So what they do differently than most other companies or any other company, you see this over there?
Oh, right. Yes, yes, yes.
That's your dynamic driver. And that gives you a true bass, and it also works by bone conduction as well.
Yep.
So it hits your bone too. So yeah, these are really great sounding in your monitors.
What is the material of the shells?
The shells are an acrylic.
Acrylic. Oh, cool.
Yes.
So I go online and
You go to furaudio.com,
Okay.
and there's a link called Designer.
Okay.
And you go to the designer, and at the designer you have all your choices there.
Okay.
So you get to choose the color of the cable.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You get to choose the length of the cable. You get to choose the shell color. You can have the shell being different from right to left, or you can choose them to be the same. Then you get to choose whichever faceplate you want in the designer, and then you can add a logo.
So we have a 3D scanner that we use. That's your left ear.
Whoa, creepy.
Okay. And then we put your left ear in this little box.
Wow. Great.
So then I start the process here. Okay, so the scan on your left ear is complete. So now I can actually go over here and I can look at all angles. I see a little small piece of wax. No. And then I send it to For Audio, and their team start the process of putting your in-ears together once they receive your order.
So I'm at the designer here, the Xenon 6. That's what I'm going with here. That's the one that I liked the most. From what I understand, that's the one that John Mayer uses and that he picked as well. And I mean, guys, John Mayer. This is what I've landed on. I'm gonna do the matte black on the shell color. It kind of looks a little blue, depending on your screen and how you're looking at it. And then I'm gonna do the faceplate as a black gloss. This is very important, the visual aesthetic. I think I'm gonna go with the aluminum case. Seems right up my alley as far as aesthetic. Xenon 6, let's order it.
4 to 6 weeks later.
All right, wow. Check it out, look inside that box. All right. Ooh. So these are the finished product. So we'll cut this here. Oh, this is cool. A lot of love went into the presentation.
That's a nice fit.
Jack Masters, everyone. Rock and roll star of the house. You notice anything about these here, Jack?
Yay, new earbuds for you.
You notice anything special about them?
It says your logo.
Oh,
What?
Yeah. So this is what the inside of my ear looks like. Gross.
Wow.
And then this is gonna go over the ears, like this is my guess. And we're gonna see what else is in this box here. It's my case. And we've got tools here for cleaning. So you start with it kind of turned forward to get the inside part in, and then you turn it back. Yeah, there we go. It feels sealed now, but I can still hear
Yeah.
perfectly. All right, at this point in this journey, the in-ear monitors have arrived. And keep in mind, I have never put in-ear monitors in my ears before, and I actually wasn't sure if I was doing it right. So it was very uncomfortable, especially when I would open and close my mouth. And then when I would play the drums, it just didn't seem like it was sealing. And there wasn't that sound quality that there was when I did the shootout. So I got on the phone with For Audio and I talked to them about the issue, and they asked me to send them pictures and stuff, and they said, bring them back in. Since this is your first set of in-ears, we'll likely have to do an adjustment to them and see if they're actually sitting all the way in your ear. So they actually just set up a new location here in Nashville. I got to go and meet some of the guys on the team at For Audio and found out that I have a strange ear. I wanted to make sure while I was there, it was gonna fit right and it was gonna feel good. Here's how it went.
What's up, man? How you doing? Sorry. Hello. What are these?
So these are the interchangeable module atom modules. So these are your isolation levels. The more isolation you have, the more bass you're gonna have.
And then you got the brush to clean off your goo.
Exactly. Brush to clean off any kind of wax buildup. You got a little hook end to clean out any wax that's built up specifically in the
Inside, yeah.
Yeah, inside. Again, they're interchangeable, so you just grab the two ends, give it a little twist action. That helps. We rely on a silicone O-ring to seal them, 2 rings.
Okay, nice.
And so basically twist that out, comes out, and then you can change them out.
Okay, so now where we are is since my refitting where they adjusted it and made it fit really, really well to my ear, I've been using them every single day. Now, not only have I been using it on drums, which is sort of my primary instrument that I both play and record here in the studio, but I've used it on guitar and I've used it singing. And it has been a completely different experience in the studio, in a tracking environment. I don't have to turn up my headphone box. I mean, I'm still using the same headphone box, and it is literally 50% of the volume. That's if I'm turning it up high, by the way. I definitely don't need that. Having these in-ear monitors in the recording studio was kind of my biggest curiosity of this whole experiment. And I wanted to know, is this something that I would bring to go work at other studios? 100%. It has been a delight using them on drums, but also on other instruments and vocals, especially vocals. So I'll definitely be using these going forward on future sessions. Now, these aren't earbuds. They're completely modular. So basically, they can take each part of the in-ear monitor apart and replace the specific part that's in there very easily. And the cable as well is extremely heavy duty. Really, really like the cable. The way that it's braided is awesome. The way that it connects. If something does happen to the cable, you can literally just disconnect it from the in-ear monitors and swap out just the cables. So that way you don't have to replace the whole thing, of course. I also learned when I was there for the refitting that they do have a universal line that is meant for situations where the musicians aren't going to get an in-ear mold. So it's essentially a universal fit where you can get these higher end in-ear monitors and buy them in larger quantities because they're way more affordable. And I actually tried them and they sound freaking great as well. So if you're uncomfortable with the whole in-ear mold situation, then this is a perfect solution for that. Or let's say you run a facility and you want to have some different options in studio for people to use outside of over-the-ear headphones. These are an awesome solution for that as well. So kudos to Fur Audio. I'll put a link to them down in the description. Go check them out yourself, see what you think. The in-ear monitor designer is a great feature. If you're gonna really invest in something like in-ear monitors and use them, if you're a gigging musician, you're going on tour, or you're doing gigs in the studio and you wanna get a really nice set, this is a nice way to personalize it and make it your own. Again, you saw all of the different ways that you can customize it. Very, very cool. Thank you Fur Audio for sending these to me. This was a really interesting experiment. And as someone who's been using headphones in the studio forever, it's nice to still be surprised by something new that completely changed my workflow in the studio. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you using in-ear monitors? Have you used them before? Would you ever consider using them in the studio? It's been a pretty interesting experiment, but I want to hear your thoughts down below. And if you haven't checked out Fur Audio, there's a link to them down in the description as well. And if you like this video, hit subscribe, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and we'll see you in the next video, and you'll see me rocking these in-ears.